Evelyn could say some things out her mouth that are really cutting.
But your daughters are being held emotionally hostage to your ex-wife's bitterness towards you. You and her need to get on the same side of the table and free those girls. Because the elephant in the room that nobody will talk about is Evelyn Braxton's attitude.
Letting your mother run your life.
How dare he try to tell me how to raise my kids after he have abandoned us? He has some nerve.
Y'all have lives to live yourself, and she can't run her life, her home, and your home too.
You know what? Had you been home long enough to help me to raise them, it wouldn't be such a problem. But where were you? Out there hanging in the street,
What did you do
doing
all
whatever
day?
you were
What
big
did you
enough
do
to do.
all day long?
What did you do?
What did
And
you
what
do?
did you do?
It seems like Toni Braxton is finally stepping away from being the one who supports everyone in her family. She's now speaking up and pointing at her mother, Evelyn Braxton, as a major reason behind the emotional struggles she and her sisters have faced. Toni usually avoids talking openly about family issues, but this time, she's making it clear she's tired of carrying the weight of everyone else's problems. And honestly, it's not hard to understand why she feels that way.
But the responsibility of it is so heavy for me. I feel I can never live my life, and I never used to say it. I never used to say anything to anybody, but since we've been doing this show.
Toni has often said her life and career might have turned out very differently if she hadn't been responsible for her entire family. Anyone who has watched their reality show has seen the constant arguments between the sisters, and through it all, Toni often held back her real feelings, trying to keep the peace. The Braxton family has been in the public eye for about 15 years now, and at this point, few people believe things will suddenly improve. According to Toni, the root of the ongoing problems is the chaos and instability tied to Evelyn. Not long ago, Evelyn announced she was writing a book about her life. A large part of it focuses on her past marriage to Michael Braxton and the betrayal she experienced. She spoke openly about his cheating, the pain it caused, and how she rebuilt her life after their divorce.
So you went to my house and had sex in my bed? So you mad with me? You know? You mad with me because you bring this woman in my bathroom and y'all have sex in my bathroom with the candles? Oh, don't.
Oh, it was romantic, Lord.
Candles all around the tub?
Oh,
And she's gonna leave her big underwear on the floor? So you mad with me because I would not tolerate this mess?
I always.
Come on.
To be fair, what Michael did was deeply hurtful, being unfaithful for years and even bringing another woman into the home he shared with his wife crossed a serious line. Still, what stood out most was Evelyn insisting she isn't bitter about it. It's understandable if she hasn't forgiven him, even though he has moved on. But saying there's no lingering resentment is hard to believe. That unresolved hurt seems to have affected how she treats her children. After the divorce, Evelyn reportedly made her kids choose sides, leaving no room for balance. If Toni wanted a relationship with both parents, it became difficult, especially after seeing how her sister Tracy was treated for staying close to their father. Toni tried to avoid conflict and keep her mother happy, often putting her own feelings aside. Even after the children sided with her, Evelyn continued to lean on them emotionally, often portraying herself as the victim. This created pressure, especially on Toni. If Toni made her own choices, it could feel like she was betraying the family, much like their father had. As Toni's career took off, her success came with added expectations. She was constantly reminded to look after her sisters. Even when she helped them get opportunities and things didn't work out, she was still blamed and made to feel responsible, as if she owed them more.
I feel like I do. I feel like they don't let me fly. I
heard you say
don't give
that.
myself permission to fly because
There you go.
they make
That's
me
it.
feel weighted.
That's it.
Many people remember Toni Braxton speaking openly about her financial struggles, including filing for bankruptcy more than once. While some of that came from bad contracts early in her career, a large portion of her money also went towards supporting her sisters and trying to keep everyone satisfied. She spent heavily, often putting her family's needs ahead of her own. What makes it harder is that, despite her own stress and personal challenges, she was still expected to keep providing and holding everything together.
Now, friends, when we talking about the Braxton family values, we really got to talk about the real problem, the mama. The The mama was causing so many problems. The mama was the reason why all them girls had an issue with each other. That she was the reason why all of them had some type of deep-rooted issue with each other. Because every time, and I mean every time she sat there and led the discussion, it showed you're the reason why this girl feels like this. You are egging a lot of things on instead of really nipping it in the bud.
There have even been claims that the stress from her family situation may have contributed to Toni's battle with lupus. Some of her sisters also deal with autoimmune health issues, which adds another layer of difficulty. When Toni tried to talk to Evelyn Braxton about these struggles, the conversation would often turn back on her, making it seem like she was the one at fault. Now, as she nears 60, Toni appears to be setting firm boundaries and has reportedly limited contact with her mother, mostly interacting when it's necessary for public appearances.
Let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So looking at Tina Knoll and her children, and looking at Evelyn Braxton and her girl, it's proof to me that forgiveness or unforgiveness and bitterness can trickle down to your kids. I feel like Tina Knows is the reason why Solange and Beyonce are able to persevere and press through adversity with grace and poise. I know this is a weird way to put it, but Beyonce and Solange was able to see their parents go through a healthy divorce. Even Miss Tina acknowledged that they did not go back and forth. And honestly, she had every reason to be bitter and not forgive him for having an outside baby on her. And then on the other hand, we can look at Miss Evelyn Braxton and see why her daughters are still on each other's neck in their 40s.
Many viewers have come to support Toni because carrying responsibilities you never asked for is incredibly tough. Watching Braxton family values has made people more aware of the effects of unhealthy parenting. Evelyn, often called Mama E, may come across as deeply religious, but she also seems to hold on to a lot of anger from her past marriage to Michael Braxton, and some believe that frustration was taken out on her daughters. For Toni, the pressure to look after her sisters and consider them in every decision lasted for decades. That kind of responsibility can wear anyone down over time. Many who've watched the show closely say they especially feel for Toni and her sister Tracy, given everything they've gone through.